收一点点，然后底线，收点点嘛，然后底线。
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? You can get a grant to help. We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. It's easy. SaskTel has already given away tens of thousands of dollars. There have been lots of great ideas, including kids giving cookies to others, a group set up to welcome newcomers to their school, random acts of kindness, and so much more. The ideas and opportunities are endless. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? You can get a grant.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
Well, folks, as you might be able to guess, I'm having a huge trouble figuring out all my new equipment. And good viewers. But here we go. Another draw here at the Martensville mix. Two rocks down the ice. It is Koana and Aoki from Japan with hammer. Cotter gang gonna put the first rock back 4 foot nice freeze. Koana, this hair is a little high. Cotter. Stones from Cotter gang. Settle in nicely. Strong start. For the collars. I've been struggling all weekend long with how to the smoothest way to pronounce a team name. So-and-so and so-and-so. Team so-and-so, so-and-so. And I think I'm just going to settle on Koana Aoki. Just say them both real fast like that. Preferred method. If you have any suggestions for me, please put in the chat. Pretty dead in the chat so far this weekend. Don't like that. You're watching YouTube. This is not legacy television broadcast. You get to be a read your comments. Watching the stream. Let's have some fun, people. Let me know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for. Wait for breakfast today. What's your drinking this morning? Not at all. YouTube chat box. Let me know. My name is Rory Cotter. These games out of Martensville, Vernon Stadium. James Gordon, partner in crime, focusing on ice event. As smoothly as possible, so I and I alone. Another really nice shot. Coming down the ice from Cotter gang here. Woo! Forefoot is looking all Cotter.
Okay.
Oh, I did not realize. Of course, there's the choice of each team. He throws what to where. It is Tori Koana throwing. Running out of stones here, the Japanese duo. Woohoo! 155 watching. Welcome, everyone. That's our top stream yet this weekend from the Martensville Curling Club. And thank you for joining me. Let's have some fun. Nice looking guard, Jim Cotter. Like I said, getting pretty late in the end. Not a very obvious way into the button area right now. In fact, I don't know if there is a shot to lie even two. Even getting second shot would be quite a challenge right now. So something's got to move here. Tori Koana, I think this is her last opportunity to bang some blue stones around. Oh, they're going to go with soft weight. That looks like enough weight to move something. Not a lot. Just trying to get a rearrange. Gotta bang one of those blue stones off the button. Big sweep call. Tori wants him to go. And go, it does go. Gets him around. Tap, tap. Still looks really ugly. That's a big sweep to get it by, but yeah, not so sure we have much of anything still. Last rock for Cotter gang. Looks like an out turn. They'll try to take away the red run back via angular positioning. So you're going to try to overlap underneath the red, over top of the blue, and And that will be a hog stone. Wonder if that caught something or whether she was just super light on the new side. Tough to say. Wondering if they're looking at a center guard run back or a lighter weight in-turn tap back on their own yellow. They're giving up a point no matter what. Just depends how many they're going to give up at this juncture. Even if they make that red tap back, I think they're still giving up one for sure. If they make the run back, they might give up even more than that. So here it is, last rock. Sticky situation for Koana Aoki. Woohoo! And they saw something I didn't. Really nice working of the angles. So that is why Team Cotter wanted to guard that out-turn side. It all makes sense to me now. It will be a score of 1. The Japanese duo to start things off. Gets out of a tricky one there. Cotter will have hammer when we return in the second.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
What job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Welcome back, Legacy of the Land Pioneer. I wish all commercials had that good of symphony music. First rock, back 4, nice little freeze. Still blown away that Koana Aoki was able to get out of that end. Martensville Curling Club, lively rocks, lively houses, I suppose. Those things they were all touching one another, kind of a multiple frozen scenario. On camera. So I'm pretty new figuring out my new equipment, which is awesome. My muscle memory is just not quite there yet. Nope. Once again.
We're back 8. Mine's really good. Can't touch it. We're back 8. Can't touch it. Back 8. Okay.
Little chip of the center guard. Nothing wrong with that. Center guard is replaced. And it'll be run back time for the Cotters. Not touching this yet. Makes a connection with the red, kind of jams into their own, but now the more threatening Koana stone is in the back 4 foot. Definite improvement of the situation, without a doubt. Guard zone. Always caring for my audience's perspective. I'm a very compassionate producer, you will find. Shoot! It's when I move it on camera. They had signaled into the rings, where they're trying to go with this one. Just a few rocks left in the end. The best guard's probably in the ring somewhere, top 12. You know there's going to be a run back, so try to position yourself for after. And that's right where Tori Koana tapped her broom. So, success. Run back number 2, coming from Jim Cotter. There's that trademark stone lift. Popping up to sweep on a peel weight hit. That's impressive. Chips 1, chips 2. Gets a little lucky. And you could hear the sorries. Sorry. Apologizing because Jim missed. He missed that shot. He missed pretty wide, actually. Barely chipped the top guard, got lucky, collided with the second guard, threw that one into the rings, and split off the red stone. So, not what was planned. Definitely a great result. However, control of the end still belongs to Koana Aoki, playing a really good end so far. Just deciding what they want to do right now. Do they want to try and organize a steal? Try to make a little tap to the button. You did see them tap to the wing, which would be to try to spread their rocks out, make sure they get a force, but there would be a double opportunity no matter what. I think this is the right call. Make something into the rings.
The other call, you could hit and roll. Could hit and roll. Drop it to you. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, agreed. I just run on there. Yeah, you know the LSD, and if you, yeah.
Tori supervising this rock from a very close vantage point. Great sweep, just light the whole way down. Couldn't quite get it there. That'll leave a hit and roll opportunity, and just like that, one mistake. One kind of fluky make, and one real close, but no cigar mistake. Just gonna let Cotter's back into this end. Out turn, hit and roll. Jim just threw this out turn. Try to hide something, maybe even get a chance at two. That is curling a lot. All over the top one. Chips it over, rolls themselves to the 12-foot. Just going to do some good work at gaining access to the 4-foot, but not what they're looking for. Hoping to hit the bottom stone, become shot rock, force the Japanese duo to make a play on that, but instead, looks like Aoki looking like an open hit on the wing. Lie to force Team Cotter to a shot for a single. Seemed to be on their mind all along. Last rock for the Red Stones here in the second end, leading by one. Open hit and stick. Create a force. A little bit of a roll. Could take on a blank. A little too far of a roll. If they leave that about a rock length further to the wing, it's going to force Jaelyn Cotter to make a specific roll for her single point. That or she draws, of course. Now I think a nose hit does the trick. Bit of pressure on this shot. Last rock in the second end to tie things up. Jaelyn Cotter. Just an easy hit weight. Right to it. This is losing speed. Just got down weight a little bit. Hit it and roll off. That's going to be 2 points. Is what the Japanese duo will lead by after two ends. Will be Jaelyn and her father Jim with hammer in the third when we return.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Welcome back. I'm 0 for 2 on commercial breaks so far. Who thinks I can get it figured out? Show of hands in the chat. First rock. Ticks off the back side of the guard. It was light. Comes up about top 8, top 12-ish. Now Jaelyn's going to have a chance. Comes up light herself. So, one rock in. We've got a pretty crowded 8-foot. Center guard still standing. And the rock in the back of the rings still standing as well. Tap back. Taps one. Pretty nice shot. I don't think they quite got shot rock. But a nice throw all the same. From that straight on angle, I think we can see there might be a double. I think it jams into the rock in the back 4, but choosing the intern. A little taparoo of their own, Cotter gang. This side of the ice is definitely heavier. Hasn't been played on as much. You can see that curl, that grab. Oh, doesn't quite get the curl they're looking for. Rolls the shooter off. Advances the stone to a pretty nice spot, but the shooter is the issue there. Rolls the shooter right off.
If we're okay with them going to the pin and stealing.
All right, I want to welcome 268 watching now with me.
We're sitting
fantastic, great to see you all.
Kind of like guarding, but up to you. I don't
checking in on that chat. If you have the ability, go open that YouTube chat. For all you English speakers out there, here's a little trick. Right-click with your mouse inside the chat. I think there's an option to do this on mobile as well. And click Translate to English. Google, the owners of YouTube, will translate the page to English, and you can see these fantastic Japanese curling fans tuning in from across the ocean. Konnichiwa, hello, all of my Japanese friends tuning in. We really appreciate your engagement and support. Happy to bring you these curling games. Ooh, lucky little tick. Settles in, back button. Nice sweep. Go Aoki makes that one work. Things are looking pretty good for the team without hammer, the Japanese duo, Koana Aoki. Outturn path is there. I think you can get to the pin. It's going to take a really nice shot from Jim Cotter, though. Pressure is on. Little broom adjustment. That would indicate to me he's throwing a bit of weight to tap. Wants to unlock those stones. This one has got to be on the money, or Cotter Gang is in some trouble. Doesn't look on the money the way that Jim is following the stone. This is that kind of grabbier side, though. They should expect this to curl eventually. Maybe a lucky tick for them as well. Looked very similar to Tori Koana's stone, except the difference was Go Aoki was able to hold it straight, took a little tick, and ended up right on the lid. That time, Jim and Jaelyn end up watching that stone glide right by. Got to think that maybe a little sweep and tick would have been in order there, but taking a peep at this house. Don't think there's any angles for Team Cotter right now to get rid of or even move both of those reds. Got to make a choice. Couple comments I'm seeing. This is a very nice looking image. It absolutely is. That's all the work of James Gordon getting all this stuff optimized at his curling rink. The cameras, the network technology, the hosting software, the editing software, the broadcasting software, all of these different tools working together. James is the best I've ever known at tinkering with this kind of stuff. And it is really paying off with a really nice high definition, zero lag image for everyone to enjoy for free at home. Or in the car, or at work, or wherever you're watching this from. We don't judge. We won't tell your boss. Looks pretty close. Trying to keep this straight. Little poke, it'll roll too far out the other side. Yeah. Kind of had to choose one or the other there. Either a hit and roll, keep it kind of flat, or a pure draw to the side of the button. I don't think a chip and roll was going to work again. I know they got lucky with that the first time, but just a little too thin to really plan for. This will be Jim's last stone. 2 rocks remaining for the team with hammer. declaring out of Vernon, British Columbia. Vernon, one of the most recent installs of Curling Stadium Live. Enjoying all the benefits that live streaming services provide your club. More tournaments, more sponsors, more events, more leagues sign up. You can charge a little more for league fees because people are getting their games live streamed. They can go back and watch. It is overwhelmingly positive, the reaction, when a curling stadium system is installed in a club. This is looking really nice. That was a much needed shot. That is going to be shot rock on the side of the button. Jim Cotter makes Team Koana Aoki pay the price for missing the mark on Tori's last shot. Not sure how you get that blue rock off of the button. I mean, I wonder if you hit it with an outturn, does it spin off, leaving the redstone in the back of the button area? Maybe. Go Aoki will have one chance at this. Delicate throw, not throwing any weight at this. Here in the third end, seemingly okay with forcing Team Cotter to 1. They will leave this high. Just trying to take away any kind of tap back opportunity. That is going to overcurl a little bit, but I think it successfully does what it's supposed to do. And I don't see a shot for 2. I think they'll be chucking this one away. Into the boards. This is the last rock in the third end. Jaelyn will practice her draw weight into the wing. Conceding that they will only score 1. It was a well-played end. Koana Aoki, it was Jim Cotter's freeze that set the tone, finding the side of the button to score a single. It will be Team Cotter that'll have to step it up. They're getting outplayed a little bit here by the Japanese duo. And that will be it, a single point. Update this scoreboard. Entering the fourth end. Oh, it's only one team with hammer. There we go. It's 2-1. Koana Aoki will carry the hammer into the fifth.
For victims of domestic abuse, fleeing may mean leaving everything behind. There is hope. SaskTel provides brand new cell phones so that starting over is possible. Learn more at sastel.com/freshstart.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Looks like a tick of the center guard. Not ideal. Center guard is your best friend without hammer. You don't want to tick off your best friend. Opportunity to lie two in the rings with no center guard for Koana Aoki. Looks a little hot to me. And I'm wrong. Perfectly behind the guard, as we can see. Wonder what we'll see here. Draw, tap. That looks like a pure draw. To the back one. Trying to make that freeze a little better. Not wanting to touch this one just yet. Jaelyn curling to sweeping to curl. Looks okay. And a little bump. That's a great shot. Exactly what they called. Takes a long look. Both teams have something cooking here. That's always fun when both teams see opportunity. Koana Aoki are happy because there's no center guard. They have two rocks in the rings, one of them buried behind a 4-foot line guard. Cotter is happy as well. They have a frozen rock in the back four, controlling the scoring area. Both teams see opportunity. Gotta give the slight edge to the Japanese duo right now. But as we know in mixed doubles, it can change in a flash. Sometimes literally with a flash rock. Playing a freeze. Tap, tap, keeps the red in the rings, creates a corner frozen scenario. That's a really nice shot, Tori Koana. Jim Cotter's second stone. I think he's trying to repeat the shot just made against them. Little tap, corner frozen scenario. Would love to line up these reds to both leave the rings when hit. Tap, tap. Pretty good. Doesn't quite get as much separation as maybe they would have loved, but that's a pretty well-made shot.
Yeah, it's pretty tight and lengthy, but I think I'm just
going to be red shot 1, second and third, belonging to Cotter gang. Done a pretty good job of centering play around the 4-foot button area. It's usually the goal without Hammer. But they're missing that center guard, that key piece. Fourth end here, they'd love to steal, but, you know, a force would be really nice as well. Out-turn heat coming here. Four rocks leave the rings, 4 foot totally open. That's a great shot for the Japanese duo. Eliminates the dangerous frozen kind of scenarios that were taking place in the 4-foot button area. That's exactly what Team Cotter wanted to create, and with one shot, it's all gone. Only bonus there may have been leaving her shooter on the wings, but the main priorities of the shot definitely completed there. Jim Cotter's final stone, 2 left for Team Cotter. Facing 2 Koana Aoki stones in the rings. Playing a go around. And that will go around. Buried and shot stone. No obvious way to remove that. The Koana stone is too buried to make an attack. There he is, Jim Cotter with another end-saving shot potentially. They've been relying on him on that last stone of his to make something and kind of get them out of a really tough scenario. Work's not over yet, though. Well, they had talked about a split, exposing that throne, just that stone just thrown by Cotter. This looks like a little wide to be that, though. I think they may have settled on a draw, kind of freeze call. That's what it looks like to me, trying to manage line. Yep. Just comes a little deep. You can hear Tori woeing the sweeper. Go, want it to go. Shot 1, Koana Aoki. T-line is exposed. Freeze would look really good. You got to be careful though. Don't want to bounce off. Don't want to tap back and leave any kind of double for 3 or 4. This is the last stone. Jaelyn Cotter. Looking to make a freeze to lie 1. This looks like ice for a tap. Tori's curled a lot more than that. Trying to fight the line here. That's the break point. Slowing down. Taps Koana Aoki forward a little bit, but not too far. That's not going to put them in danger of giving up shot rock. Looks like it'll be a draw for 2, kind of the backwards way through the hole, so a little challenging. Got to manage the line. Yeah, definitely with the way those are finishing. You almost got to throw back 4 weight to get it through that hole. Yeah, it should be a bit of a challenge to sweep. Go Aoki's going to have to throw a nice shot here. Good weight and good line. That's about as much as you can hope to force your opponent to do. This will be the final stone of the 4th end. 2-1 lead with hammer, hoping to add 2 more onto the board. Japanese duo, Tori Koana, Go Aoki. Remember what I said about managing the line. You can see them kind of back and forth. They don't know when to go on this. Here's the curl. It gets by the top one. Doesn't have too much weight. It does. It'll sail just through. That's a tough shot. He had to throw at least T-line weight on his own in order to make that port work. Feel for him. Isn't able to get it perfect. So, it is. It's a score of 1 for the Japanese duo. They will take a 3-1 lead into the 5th end when we return. Shores of Diefenbaker, that's a great commercial tourism Sask. Elbow, Saskatchewan, Harborview Golf Course. Great golf course, great value, not a bank breaker. Not a strict dress code either, so if you're that kind of golfer, just wants to pull over, side of the highway, get a round in or two, that's the course for you. We appreciate all who advertise on Curling Stadium Live, supporting live curling in Saskatchewan and beyond. If you were trying to reach an international and interprovincial, as well as a targeted audience, there's all sorts of advertising opportunities. I don't know how you're going to find a a cheaper, more effective advertising package. But that's enough self-promotion. First draw into the forefoot, just over curls a little bit, leaves an angle kind of open. Jaelyn Cotter makes a really nice draw freeze there to capitalize. It is a 3-1 lead after 4 ends. Koana Aoki, gotta say, have the edge. We do not keep percentages. I'm a little too busy doing that, but I would definitely give the edge to the Japanese duo. They have been outplaying Team Cotter. But a manageable situation. 2 down with hammer, half the game to go. Cotters can definitely make a move. Game is nowhere close to out of hand. This is anyone's game. Throughout the weekend, once the teams kind of adjust to the ice, this middle ends, 4th, 5th, 6th ends, we've started to see some really consistent shot making. So let's keep our eyes out in the 5th end here. See if they'll prove me right. Just a little heavy. Doesn't quite get the curl they were looking for. That's a made shot, no mistake. But doors open to create some positioning. Might even try to unlock these stones, throw a back 8 weight, keep the blue stone above the red, but knock it just enough to unlock that blue stone into a bit of safety in the back 8 foot where it's not going to be directly jammed upon. All sorts of opportunity here. Team Cotter, Cotter gang, father and son combo, father and daughter combo, father and child. You know what I meant. Wouldn't be mixed doubles if it was a father-son combo, would it? Makes contact. Does roll off. Shooter not effective. Objectives of the shot not achieved, I would say. That's going to be a south side of 50% in my books, now that we're talking percentages. Another 4-foot under control by Team Koana Aoki. Seems to be some discussion. Cheering them on, go Aoki. Being told to sweep. They do get just around the edge of that blue. Really nice positioning. Patient shot, nice team shot. We're up to 348. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Joining me for this mixed doubles showdown here in Martensville, Saskatchewan. It's the Curling Stadium in Martensville mixed doubles. Cleanup to do. Jim Cotter, once again. Need a few big ones out of him. Bit of weight on the intern side. Pop up and sweep this as well. Always impresses me. Moves 3 stones. Another massive shot, Jim Cotter. I think that's why Koana Aoki was trying to get that rock just a few inches further. They didn't want to leave that angle. Just the lively stones here in Martensville. 1, 2, 3. Removed from the forefoot. 2 rocks leave the rings. 1 hangs on that left wing side as we see it from the overhead. That's more than once Jim Cotter's been called on to make a big shot, and all 3 times that I can count, he has answered the bell. Some weight of her own, Tori Koana. Intern side, looking for a hit and roll on top. Pretty specific shot. We'll have to catch it just right. 1, 2. If they were going for the double or the hit and roll, they got caught in between. They do not get the frozen positioning they may have been looking for with the hit and roll. They do not remove the stone that they may have been looking for with the double. Kind of worst of both worlds there. Leaves her own stone exposed on the side of the forefoot. I guess the only positive here is she is shot stone. But it's going to be a pretty easy chance to lie 3 for Team Cotter. Lie 3 with hammer. Just not quite detailed enough in that make. You could hear on the sweep the yes-no. Got caught a little in between. If they push that stone even a foot or 2 further, it will be far enough out of the scoring area that it would be more or less irrelevant. But now, that blue stone is 3rd shot. And blue is 1 shot away from line 3. Out turn hit from Jim Cotter. Hair down, he says. Doesn't need to be huge weight, just has to push it to the back 12. That's exactly what he does. 1, 2, 3, counting stones for Team Cotter. 1 rock to come for Team Koana. This is the first time they've been in any kind of serious danger. Massive shot, go Aoki. It's gonna be an intern freeze to try and save the end. Waiting for the curl. Looks pretty good. It's got to slow down. Little tap. I think it does the trick. I don't see an obvious way to get rid of that stone on the intern side. So, mission accomplished. This double, or this hit and roll, was always going to be there. Even if that freeze was made perfectly. So, I think we're going to credit Go Aoki. Looked a little heavy, but made it work. Got it to where it needed to be. Unlocked those stones just a little bit more than they wanted to. You can see Jim kind of signaling at a tap back, an out-turn tap back, but I don't think you can see enough of it to throw that with weight. You know Jaelyn and Jim Cotter are just looking at any way they can to get rid of that red on the back of the button. Pretty juicy 4 if they can make it happen. Jim is sweeping the back end of this double. I think we're going to see a double come down the ice. I haven't seen Jaelyn hit too much this weekend. Here it is. Massive shot for potentially 4. Jaelyn Cotter, last rock of the 5th end. Big push. Curl, says Jim. Looks pretty close. Gets one. Just underneath. It does push. It does push the Japanese stone to the edge of the 4-foot. It's going to be a count of 1. Wow, very exciting stuff. Almost there. Almost curled enough to make it work. It's going to be 3-2 Koana Aoki over Cotter. It'll be Koana Aoki with hammer in the 6th when we return.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
You know, what job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
There it is, the turbo sappy nutrient commercial. Love it though. Here we are, 6th end. Let's get that updated for you. How about a game story? There we are. How good does that look? 2 points off the bat in the first 2 ends. Well earned by Koana and Aoki. A single in the 3rd. Single in the 4th. And we just saw a really nice shot. An attempt at 2, 3, maybe even 4 if she makes it right, but has to settle with 1. Now it's a 1-point game. Cotter's trailing without hammer. The sixth end. Will be a power play. Koana Aoki, they have it in their pocket. They may as well use it. It's the sixth end. Go Aoki, just making a really nice freeze to limit a huge end potential. That was the shot of the game so far. Facing 3 Cotter stones in the rings, they had to make something happen, and he did. He did miss a little heavy, had a catcher to help him out. This one misses heavy as well, no catcher. Cruises to the back of the rings. First rock ends up light. Double corner guards now. So, someone's scoring this end. Got to make use of it. Someone scores almost every end in mixed doubles anyway. But now you know for sure, for sure. Real nice shot, gets shot rock, angular sort of angular advantage. That blue stone's going right back into the Koana red. So, if they want to move it, they'll have to move a guard first, I think. Waiting to see how much Tori can see from the hack. Go likes the straight tap. Big discussion here, and you can understand why. Power play, kind of corner guards, you activate that to try and gain the advantage quickly in that wing, but they have not gotten that, so no shame in thinking, hey, might need to clear these guards out. Koana Aoki have 2 stones in the rings already. If they clear those guards, unless there's a double, there's probably going to be an opportunity for an open deuce at some point in the end. They can keep that going. Ideal, of course, would be to make a tap back on that blue in the rings, but they don't know if they can see enough. Go was trying to make that happen. I think he successfully convinced her. This looks like a tap back around the guard. You have to sweep this pretty good though. Really close. Just breezes by. Gets the blue, it does contact the red. How far back will they push it? So close to being made perfectly. That's still a really good shot. It's going to be 2 red in the rings, counting. 1 more rock length. That's all that had to travel in order for it to be shot 3 Koana. So, successful shot. Regaining control of the wing. 2 counters in the rings, and now Team Cotter's going to have to, got no choice, have to deal with one of these reds. Never mind. Who am I to say there's no choice? Perfect draw around the wing. Just trying to limit the damage. Leaves that rock alone in the top button. He knows that's exactly where Team Koana Aoki wants to go, so they beat him to it. Mixed doubles, man. It's so different. Not a lot of experience myself with mixed doubles, so a lot of calls and a lot of shots are just kind of surprising me. Just my normal lens of four-person team curling. A lot of things that seem automatic. Not so much in mixed doubles. Tap freeze, try to gain positioning over that Cotter stone just thrown. Jim Cotter versus Tori Koana has been an incredible battle to watch. Line looks really good. Another beauty by Tori Koana. What a battle indeed. Really, really fun to watch. Now the angles are set up. Might be a way to get rid of 3 reds here. If you could ever get by the guard. Just a little tap back is also an option, as long as you're your second shot by the end of it. Sitting 2 right now. Japanese duo Tori Koana, Go Aoki. Jim and Jaelyn Cotter trying to keep pace. Rock kind of bit there. You can see it start curling right away. Woohoo! Aggressive sweep called. Jaelyn pays off. Second and third shot belonging to Team Cotter. To make that shot the way they wanted to, it had to get by the guard as close as possible. Jaelyn, great management of that sweep. Jim gave it a few extra brush strokes. He didn't quite trust that it was still there, but it was. Great sweep call, Jaelyn Cotter. Great throw by Jim. That would make it an excellent team shot to lie second and third. Power play end to only give up 2. You know, that's not so bad. It's an acceptable outcome. You gotta know a power play is coming right back the opposite way. be Tori Koana's final stone. 2 rocks left for Team Koana Aoki. Another really interesting end. This has been a great game to watch. Wow. How about that? Brushes by the guard, makes the double. I didn't even think that call was there with that kind of weight. They catch it perfectly, send it through the gap. It's 5 Koana stones in the rings and not a lot of room to hide. That's just a fantastic shot. Tori has been dialed, especially down the broom. Her line has been spectacular, giving everything a chance. Nothing has missed by more than an inch or two inside or outside. Really blown away by that. Huge pressure.
I got 14-7 on there.
Jaelyn Cotter. It was the Cotters that had the pressure on Koana Aoki. It was Go Aoki who made a pressure final shot without hammer to save their bacon in the 5th end. Now it's Jaelyn Cotter who has to respond. Double and roll is the call.
Yep.
That is curling already. Don't know if this has enough weight regardless. Catches one. Barely punches it through the rings. Shooter rolls out and it's going to be a wide open draw. 4-5. Wow. Tori Koana. Tit for tat, back and forth. Both teams making impressive hits around the guard. That corner guard setup. 3 times in a row we saw rocks just barely get by those guards in order to make beautiful shots. And it just happened to be Tori Koana answers the bell the very last time, putting the pressure on Jaelyn to make a huge shot. Jaelyn pretty significantly shy on her weight there. Going to be 4 Koana Aoki stones in the rings. And here comes the 5th. Tori managing that stone into the 4-foot, going to use the backing, and it's going to be a big count of 5. Jim and Jaelyn will say that's enough. Really well played game. The scoreboard is not going to tell the story there. Cotters did play a good game. There was a few misses here and there that ended up being really pivotal, but that is just Tori Koana and Go Aoki, especially Tori Koana. Just so dialed, super specific with her makes, managing that line, managing those sweep calls expertly. I would pick this team as a favorite to make the final here, folks. Make sure not to miss another Koana Aoki game. And here's the good news. You don't have to. Every sheet, all weekend long, being streamed. Curling Stadium Live, you get to pick whatever game you want, but I hope you stick with me for another feature match. We're going to be on sheet 1. We got another Japanese team taking the ice. And I hope you join me for that. That'll be 8:30 p.m. next draw. Thanks so much for joining me, folks. See you in an hour and a half. Gonna get that final score up first, so we can see it is a final 8-2 after 6 ends.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.